How's it going, everyone? College Lefty. In this video, I'm going to be getting into some ranked seasons, and I actually hit multiple home runs with 6 players in my lineup. So let's go ahead and get right into it. And this guy has a winning record. He also has a budget team. And I'm going to be making a debut here with Stan the Man Musial, as well as trying out the Comet Mickey Mantle for my second game. And we're started off with the base hit there, giving one up to Francisco Lindor. The Comet is able to make the play there. That card, Mickey Mantle, is really good. I noticed this guy had everybody at the parallel 4 pretty much, so that means, you know, he's playing a lot of ranked events, maybe Flavor CPU, trying to grind out some of the team affinities. But I also know that this guy has played with these cards quite a bit, so he knows his players. And in the last video, I only scored about 2 runs. It was a 2-1 game, and the last time I uploaded a game of ranked season, so it's been a little bit for me. I did warm up a little bit before this game. I was using Buck O'Neil against Tom Seaver on Hall of Fame, so I was trying to try and get my timing warmed up at least a little bit, because I was also playing against the CPU, grinding some team affinities, trying to upgrade my squad a little bit for when set 2 rolls around, and when set 2 and 3 players are usable in ranked. But we're started off with a rough start here. Roki Sasaki is getting lit up a little bit. Really haven't given up this many runs with him. He had a 1.0 ERA for me on the squad. This card had been one of the best pitchers for me. I still think he's one of the top 3 pitchers in the entire game. This opponent here just had a really good start to this game of ranked. We're down 4-0, and we only have 2 outs. It was a really big double play. I took a mound visit, and that can certainly help, but not when you give up a home run right after, as well as another base hit to Ricky Henderson. This guy's going to bat through his lineup here in this first inning. We have Tim Anderson up at the plate, and we're able to finally get him jammed up. We finally get out of the inning there, and I already have the bullpen warmed up, ready to go. Right before I took that mound visit, I was expecting to maybe take out Roki Sasaki there in the first inning. But if we're able to kind of chip away at this deficit, then maybe we'll keep him in for at least a couple of innings. I want to save my bullpen. I don't have any left-handed starting pitchers in my rotation at this current moment, but this is definitely an opponent that I could tell right away hits really well against right-handed pitchers, and I wanted to try and see what it was like against a left-handed pitcher. But with that being said, I also don't want to just go to the bullpen right away. I only have 2 available left-handed relievers in Josh Hader and the Wolf. I've already used John Franco in the last video, and I had 4 lefties in my bullpen at one point, but I took one of those guys out. And that was Andrew Chafin. I've used a couple different players in terms of left-handed relievers, but we're trying to throw this cutter on the outside corner. We get a couple runs, and this opponent responds with a few runs back of his own. Not necessarily ideal, but if I can get through this inning and maybe one more with Roki Sasaki, he'll probably be done after the 3rd. I just really have to be careful with that confidence meter. This opponent, however, did not take a mound visit. That has definitely helped me out a little bit. After getting a couple runs in that last inning, I know that his confidence is not at least going up. It has been going down, and here we are able to hit a home run with Stan the Man Musial in his debut. That's definitely what I'm looking for there. That card has really good elite contact, 125 against both sides, and he has reverse splits. He doesn't have the best speed attribute, but he is definitely a really good leadoff hitter, and that's where I'm going to be batting him, probably moving forward here for quite some time. But after this inning here, Roki might be done. He's starting to leave the ball over the middle of the plate a little bit more. I also have had early feedback on quite a few pitches, but we're trying to get out of this. We are facing a couple righties down here at the bottom of his lineup, but he also has a few lefties there in a row, so he either has some platoon options on the bench, or this guy can hit lefty-lefty pretty well with the way his lineup is set up. Sometimes the opponent can kind of give away their tendencies. I noticed that this opponent was throwing a lot of fastballs away from me, and that could also be a tell that this opponent has a tougher time with fastballs away. Sometimes people will tend to throw pitches to their opponent that they have a tough time hitting, but I was ready for that last fastball. I knew that he would throw it either up in the zone or a sinker low and inside, so I had to just try to react to which one it was, and I was able to hit it perfectly with Francisco Lindor there to finally take the first lead of this ball game. We have a 7-6 lead here, and this opponent is not going anywhere. I know I'm going to have to score a lot of runs, probably in each and every inning, and here we go deep with 2 outs to keep that streak going. We have 4 innings in a row. We're able to at least score 1. In that last one, we only scored 1, but this opponent gets it right back. Nick Castellanos goes deep. Nicky 2 bags off of Aaron Loop, the Wolf. I was trying to see if I could leave in Aaron Loop for one more batter. facing Nick Castellanos, but obviously he hit the home run there. That's going to lower his confidence. He was already in the yellow stamina range, so I did not want to risk it, even though I was facing a lefty. I went ahead and brought in Josh Hader. This opponent also brought in Josh Hader, and we go deep very first at bat with the Comet Mickey Mantle. That was a fastball, two-seam fastball in the inside corner. Low in the zone. I was really looking for it, and I've been hitting lefty pretty well, so I didn't really mind that he brought in a lefty. It's one of the reasons why I also like leading off with a left-handed hitter. I kind of want to bait the opponent into bringing in a left-handed pitcher, just because my batting average against lefties this year is actually higher than it is against righties, even though for the most part I face a lot more right-handed pitchers, and there's a lot better right-handed pitchers, I would say. Maybe a lot more variety of those, but some of the left-handed pitchers in this game can be pretty dominant, especially now that we have Randy Johnson, Clayton Kershaw, and Chris Sale. I would say those three guys are probably the best three. And then Madison Bumgarner right behind him. I wish I had one of those guys in my starting rotation right now. I would have gone to them. But here in this game, we had to go to a righty eventually. We pretty much used all the lefties we could go to right now. So Kenley Jansen's going to have to close this game out, or potentially bring in another righty. Maybe like Goose Gossage. I just recently picked up that Kaiju Goose Gossage, and I'm getting closer to picking either Hank Aaron or Randy Johnson. But here in this game, we hit another home run there with Babe Ruth. He goes deep, and that is going to be a 12-7 ball game. We're trying to expand the lead a little bit. We have a 5-run lead. I really don't know what this opponent's going to do once he's playing from a few runs behind. Obviously, I started with a 4-run deficit. I was able to chip away and score 12 runs here. Now that I have the lead, maybe this opponent will be a little bit more aggressive at the plate. Maybe he'll chase a little bit more than he was, because he had a really good eye. I could tell he was a great hitter, and I knew that I had to be consistent at the plate in order to get something going and expand this lead here. We have 15-7 lead. Stan Musial goes deep on his second home run of the game. Multiple home runs from single players here. Definitely legit when you're trying to make a debut video and you hit a home run. In the last couple videos, I kind of broke my streak there. I had a streak of, homering with every single person I was trying to in a debut. Babe Ruth really didn't get the job done. Mickey Mantle didn't get the job done. Two of the better cards in the game. Here in this one, Chipper Jones, Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth, they all showed up. Trey Turner has to get something going. He did hit a home run earlier in the game. Actually, Trey Turner had multiple home runs as well. He hit a line drive to left field and one to the opposite field. But Babe Ruth walks it off here with the 17-7 mercy rule. Not the greatest pitching performance from me, but I was able to kind of get the job done at the plate. We scored in each and every inning. We put up multiple in a few of those innings, right? 3 in the first, 4 in the 7th. Those were the biggest innings for me. A couple in the 2nd, 3rd, 6th, and 8th. A couple in the 4th and 5th. Or actually 1 in those innings. But that's pretty much going to do it for the video. This is the squad update, 99 overall team. And I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, peace out.